Hi children, today exercise 8.3 and our topics are CP, SP, profit, loss, profit percent, loss percent. So what is CP here? Any idea? CP means cost price. What is cost price? The buying price of any item is known as its cost price. The buying price of any item, for example, the cost of a book. Cost of a book. The cost of a book is, for example, if it is 5 rupees. If it is 5 rupees, we can say that CP of a book is 5 rupees. Means cost price of a book is 5 rupees. See, what is SP now? SP is selling price. Selling price. So what is selling price? The price at which you sell is known as the selling price. The price at which you sell, for example, if you are selling a pencil, the cost of that pencil is, the selling price of that pencil is, for example, 3 rupees, rupees 3. So selling price, the price at which you sell is known as the selling price, and cost price, the buying price of any item is known as the cost price. It is buying price and it is selling price. CP means cost price and SP means selling price. Understood? Now see, we will see that profit. What is meant by profit? How can you say that you got the profit? See, when selling price is greater than cost price, then we can say that we got profit in that. How come? Just we will see this. Selling price, for example, selling price of a book is 7 rupees, rupees 7, and cost price, original cost price of that book is 5 rupees. 7 minus 5 equal to, so you got the profit 2 rupees. So extra money you got. So you bought for 5 rupees the book and you sold it for 7 rupees. So the money you got extra is 2 rupees. That extra money what you got is called profit. It is profit, isn't it? Now you see. Then what is loss, children? Loss means when selling price is less than cost price. So cost price is greater than selling price, or you can write it selling price is less than cost price. See this, cost price of the book is 5 rupees here, correct? So rupees 5. And the selling price, for example, if you are selling it for 3 rupees, or here also you can write the same way, that is rupees 3 is less than rupees 5. See, you bought the book for 5 rupees, but when you are selling it, if you sell it for 3 rupees, you will lose 2 rupees. So this is the loss amount for you, correct? So you bought the book for 5 rupees, but when you are selling it, you sold it for 3 rupees, so you lose your 2 rupees here. So loss means CP is greater than SP, means cost price is greater than selling price. See, when profit means when selling price is greater than cost price, we can say that we got profit. But loss, when cost price is greater than selling price, we can say that we lose something, that is we are in loss. For example, sometimes CP is equal to SP. CP means we know that is cost price and SP means we know that is selling price. So when both the prices are equal, for example, you bought the book for 5 rupees and you sold it for 5 rupees. So there is no loss and there is no profit. So you are in no loss and no profit situation. There is no loss here no loss or no profit. Clear? So no loss, no profit. See first of all, cost price, selling price, profit, loss, profit percent, loss percent. So these are the topics we need to learn in exercise 8.3. See here, cost price, it is cost of your book is 5 rupees. So what you are buying, that any item, the buying price of any item is known as the cost price, and the selling price of any item is known as selling price, SP. Okay, and profit is selling price should be greater than cost price. Selling price should be greater than cost price, means you can write it SP minus CP or SP greater than CP. Here you can write the loss, CP is greater than SP, means cost price is greater than selling price, or you can write CP minus SP, the reverse. Profit is SP minus CP, selling price minus cost price, and loss is cost price minus selling price. Clear? Now we'll see how to find the profit percent and loss percent. I want to give one more example for profit and loss. See here, a toy bought for 72 rupees and is sold at 80 rupees. So we bought it for 72 rupees. Cost price is 72. Cost price is equal to 72 rupees. Okay. And what is the selling price here? Selling price is rupees 80. So how to find the profit here? Profit is equal to, so what is the formula I taught you, children? Profit is equal to SP minus CP. What is the selling price? Rupees 80. And what is the cost price? Rupees 72. So 80 minus 72, how much? Rupees 8. Means profit, we got 8 rupees. What is the profit here? 8 rupees. Okay, so here you can clearly observe that selling price is greater than cost price. Selling price is greater than cost price. So SP minus CP is equal to profit. You should learn this one. Profit is equal to SP minus CP. This is like formula, you should practice it, you have to learn it. Okay, the next one, a t-shirt bought for 120 rupees and is sold for 100 rupees. So what is the cost price there? Cost price is equal to rupees 120 and selling price is rupees 100. Selling price is rupees 100. Now here you can see, so you can see here directly selling price is less than cost price, so it is loss. So you can write loss is equal to, what is the formula for loss? Cost price minus selling price. So what is cost price here? Rupees 120 minus what is selling price? Rupees 100. What is the difference? Rupees 20. So loss is 20 rupees. So here the formula is loss is equal to CP minus SP. Understood? Profit is equal to selling price minus cost price and loss is equal to cost price minus selling price. So now we will see profit percent and loss percent. See the formula for that. To find the profit percent, you should write profit by cost price into 100. Profit percent is equal to profit by cost price into 100. Percent already I told you, cent means 100. Okay, here loss percent. Loss percent is equal to loss by cost price into 100. Loss by cost price into 100. Okay, now we'll see here. A toy bought for 72 rupees is sold at 80 rupees. We saw that it is a profit. So we'll find out the profit percentage for that. Okay, see according to the profit percentage, profit percent is equal to profit by cost price into 100. Here What is the profit we got? What is the profit? Rupees 8. So write here rupees 8 by what is the cost price? Look at the book. 72 rupees. Cost price is 72 rupees. Rupees 72 into 100. Now do the cancellation, children. 8 ones are 8 nines are. So both numerator and denominator both should go only in one table. So if it is 8th table you are taking, numerator and denominator you should cancel it in 8th table only. Okay. So 8 ones are 8 nines are 72. So 9 and 100 you won't get these two numbers in one table. So you can go to the like a division. 100 by 9. Do the division for this. What is the division? See how to do that. Look at this, children. So 9 ones are 9 and 10 minus 9 is 1. So take the next digit, that is 0, and it will be 10 again. 9 ones are 9. So the remaining is 1 here. So it will be repeating the answer. If you take point also, again you will get 0. The same number will be repeating. So write this one as mixed fraction. How to write the mixed fraction, children? See here, remember, from the quotient you should see here, see the U shape, quotient, remainder, and see here you should write like this, that is quotient is 11, that will be the whole number 11. Then what is the next number? After 11 what is the next number? 1, remainder, here 1 in numerator place, and the denominator is the last number, that is 9. 11 1 by 9. Okay, 11 1 by 9 is the percentage, profit percent. Understood? Now we'll see the last percent. Last means where you got the last here. A t-shirt bought for 120 rupees and is sold at 100 rupees. See here, last problem is there. That is last percent is equal to loss by CP into 100. What is the last amount you got here? The last amount is 20 rupees. Correct? The last amount is 20 rupees. So write here rupees 20 by cost price is, what is the cost price? Cost price is 120 rupees. So write down here 120 rupees into 100. Do the cancellation now. 0 and 0. Here 2 6s are 12, 2 5s are 10. Again there is a chance 2 3s are 6, 2 10s are 20. So now you can't do this now because 3 is a prime number. So you can directly multiply 10 5s are 50 by 3. So do the division for that as usual. 50 and 3. 3 ones are 3 minus, that is 2. Take the next number 20. Then 3 6 are 18. 2. So here you can stop it. Okay, again if you put point you will get the same number 20 and it will be repeated. So stop here and same as usual what I said here. See, U shape, from the quotient you start and the remainder. Okay, now see here 16 as a whole number, and what is the remainder? 2. The last number is 3. 16 2 by 3 is the last percentage. Understood? So profit formula, what is the formula for profit? Profit is equal to SP minus CP and loss is equal to CP minus SP, that is selling price minus cost price is profit, cost price minus selling price is loss, and percentage, profit percent, profit by cost price into 100, and loss percentage is equal to loss by cost price into 100. By using these formulas you will get the percentage. Okay. Here you can see the first problem. Tell what is the profit or loss in the following transactions. Also, find profit percent or loss percent in each case. First of all, you should find it. Look at this. The first one, gardening shares bought for 250 rupees and sold for 325 rupees. Here clearly we know that, see here, cost price is 250 rupees and selling price is 325 rupees. Gardening shears bought for 250 rupees and sold for 325 rupees. So what we discussed previously, that is, if the selling price is greater than cost price, we know that it is, what it is? Yeah, correct, that is profit. What it is? Profit. So see here, what is the cost price? Cost price is rupees 250 and selling price is rupees 325. Okay, see here, now find out the profit. First of all, we should find out whether it is profit or loss. So according to the profit rule, what it is? Profit means profit is equal to selling price minus cost price, means selling price is greater than cost price. Selling price is greater than cost price. Understood? Now see here, it is a profit conformly. So profit is equal to selling price minus cost price. What is selling price? Rupees 325 minus rupees 250. So what is the difference, children? Rupees 325 minus 250. Subtract these two. What is the difference? Rupees 75. Now, profit is rupees 75. So what we should find out here? Also find profit percent. So profit percent for this is profit percent is equal to what is the formula we have? Profit by cost price into 100. Profit by cost price into 100. Very good. Now, what is profit? What profit we got here? Rupees 75. That is 75 by cost price. What is the cost price, children? 250 into 100. Do the cancellation. 0 and 0. And here 5 2s are 10. 5 5s are 25. And there is a chance still to do the cancellation. 5 1s are 5. Here 5 1s are 5 and 25 5 5s are 25. That is 5 15s are 75. 15 2s are, multiply the numerators. 15 2s are 30. What is the profit percent now? 30%. Profit percent is 30. Okay, see the next one. See the next one, children. So the remaining B, C, it looks like a profit only. So shall we go to the D1, that is a skirt bought for 250 rupees and sold at 150 rupees. So here selling price is less than cost price, so it is loss. Okay, now we will find out the loss. Cost price is 250 rupees and selling price is 150 rupees. Now see that loss is equal to, what is the formula? Cost price minus selling price. That is 250 rupees 250 minus rupees 150. What is the difference? Rupees 100. Clear? Now find out the loss percent for this. Loss percent is equal to, what is the loss percent formula? Loss by cost price into 100. What is loss here? 100. 100 by, what is the cost price? 250. Cost price is 250 into 100. Okay, now do the cancellation. Same thing. 5 5s are 25, 5 2s are 10. Again 5 1s are 5 20s are. What is the last percent? 40. 22s are 40. 40% is the last percent for this sum. Understood how to find the profit percent and how to find the last percent. Clear, children? See the second one, children. Convert each part of the ratio to percentage. Convert each part of the ratio to percentage. What is the first part they have given? First sum, it is 3:1. 3:1. So the total, first you have to find out the two parts of this sum. The two parts, that is 3 and 1. Find the total. 3 plus 1 is equal to, what is the total? 4. Remember that this is the total number, and here we have two parts. Okay. Now how to write the fraction? Usually we will write the selected one, the first part, the selected one by total, and the second part is selected one by total, like 3/4 and 1/4. So first one, find the first part of the ratio. What is the ratio here? 3:1. First part is 3. This is the first part, and this is the second part. Okay. Now find out the first part percentage now. 3/4% you have to find out. 3/4% means here we know that 3/4% means we know that is 100 into 100. Now do the cancellation. 4 1s are 4, 25s are 100. 4 25s are 100. What is the total? 25 3s are 75%. 75%. Now the second one, second part. Second part, that is 1/4%. That is 1/4 into 100. That is equal to 4 and 25. 4 1s are 4 25s are, and the answer is 25%. 25%. Two parts we have here. Convert each part of the ratio to percentage. First part is 3 and the second part is 1. First find the total of these two parts, that is 4. Then find the percentage of the first part, that is 3/4%. 3/4 into 100, that is cancellation. 4 1s are 4 25s are 25 3s are 75%. Numerators you have to multiply. Okay, there is nothing in the denominator, that is 1, no need to mention here. Second part, that is 1/4%. 1/4 into 100, and if you do the cancellation you will get 25%. Understood how to convert the ratio to percentage? Shall we do one more? Okay, the second one. 2:3:5. What is the total of this? 2 plus 3 plus 5. It is 10. So 2/10 is to 3/10 is to 5/10. Now 2/10 into 100. 3/10 into 100. And the last one is 5/10 into 100. Here, do the cancellations. Easily you will get the cancellation here. 2 10s are 20%. Here it is 3 10s are 30%. And the third one, 5 10s are 50%. Clear? So now you understood how to convert the ratio to percentage. Okay. First find out the total of that. 3 parts or 2 parts, whatever the given number, given ratios, you just add the total, and the total should be in the denominator. Okay, the selected part you should write in the numerator, and then 2/10 percent means into 100. Okay, percent means 100, so multiply with that. So by doing the cancellations you will get the percentages. Children, see the last one. So the same model for the remaining problems, but here The last one is ninth one. Find the amount to be paid at the end of 3 years in each case. This is simple interest problem. Simple interest. Generally we know that. So borrowing the money from somebody and we need to pay the interest to that amount. Correct? That is suppose like per year 2 rupees interest or 12% interest per annum. So like that we will take. Correct? That is rate of interest will be there for each amount. So here also you see you have to calculate the simple interest for this problem. So to calculate the simple interest we have the formula, that is I is equal to PTR by 100. What is the formula? I is equal to PTR by 100. What is PTR here? P is principal amount and T is time, R is rate of interest and I is interest. To find the simple interest, you have to find out PTR by 100. PTR means the given problem only. You just observe properly. Find the amount. Amount we have to calculate. That is end of 3 years. 3 years is the time period. 3 years is the time period. And principal amount is 1200. And 12% PA. PA means per annum. Per annum means per year. So 12% is the rate of interest. So we got P, T and R. So we have to do the simple interest formula. Okay. See here. Principal amount is 1200. 12% per annum. Per annum means it is year. And I is equal to PTR by 100. Now what is principal amount there? 1200 into, according to the formula, 1200 into next T, time. Time we know that 3 years. And R, what is the R? Interest, rate of interest 12 by 100. Do the cancellation. Here 2 zeros and 2 zeros gets cancelled. Okay, the remaining nothing is there. So multiply everything like that only. Now here you can see that first 12 12s are 144 and 144 3s are rupees 432. This is the interest amount. Okay, this is the interest amount. So what is the question? Find the amount to be paid at the end of 3 years. So we need to find out the amount, how much we need to pay at the end of 3 years. So amount is equal to principal amount plus interest. Principal amount plus interest. How much we are taken from them and the interest together we have to pay at the end of the 3 years. So what is that? Principal amount, that is 1200 plus interest is 432 rupees. Totally just calculate this to 1200 and 432. 2, 3, 6 and 1, that is rupees 1632 is to be paid at the end of 3 years. First of all, observe the problem clearly. See here, find the amount to be paid at the end of 3 years in each case. So first one is principal is 1200 rupees and 12% per annum. So here we know that 3 years is the time and principal amount is 1200 and rate of interest is 12. So according to simple interest formula, I is equal to PTR by 100. So I means interest, that is simple interest formula. P means principal amount, T means time, R means rate of interest. So according to that principal amount we got here 1200 and there is no symbol between these 3 letters. So that is multiplication. Okay. So 1200 into T means time. Time is 3 years. 3 into and our rate of interest is 12. So that is 12 divided by 100. If you do the cancellation, zeros and zeros gets cancelled. 12 12s are 144. 144 3s are 432 rupees. That is the interest amount you should pay at the end of the year, including this principal amount. So total amount you should pay at the end of 3 years is equal to P plus I, principal amount plus interest. Principal amount is here, what is that? 1200 plus this one interest amount is 432 rupees. The total is 1632. So by using I is equal to PTR by 100, we will find out the amount, how much we need to pay after that 3 years. Okay children, so after watching this, please like and subscribe the channel to get more videos. So you will get more videos related to the mathematics. Thank you.